Well, hello there. I'm Jamey from Stonemeyer Games, and today I'm here for one final round of Game 90 of Rolling Realms. I'm setting up on the fly here a little bit. I got swept up in a rule book edit. Yeah, I hope you're doing well today on Wednesday. And today we have one last combination of realms selected by Mark in the hopes of getting some high scores for Game 90. Mark, thank you so much for doing this. He selected Gugong, Crusaders, and Tokaido for this combination of realms. I feel like I played a few of these recently, but that was okay. I let Mark choose any realms for this purpose so that we could get some high scores. Yesterday, we dipped below 18, so I'm hoping to get back above 18 to keep the average pretty good. Garrett's not going to guess anything today. Chad's chiming in. I hope you're all doing well. And let's jump in and see how we do. I'll explain these as I play. Double sixes to start. I don't know if that's a sign of good or bad things to come, but I don't mind a double six right away. What can we do with that? So actually, this is interesting. A 1 counts as greater than 6 in Gugong. We want higher numbers in Gugong. So I could start off with a 6 and put a 1 on the next slot on my next turn. So I kind of like that. Let's go with a 6 right there. I gain a coin because I covered up a coin. In Crusaders, higher numbers are also pretty good. In Crusaders, we're trying to go around and around. So I'm going to use a number in an incomplete wedge to gain its benefit. So I'm going to use a 6 in the 6 wedge to gain a coin. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And basically, we're trying to complete the wedges here. So higher numbers are just better in Crusaders, although lower numbers give us better resources. That's the balance in that realm. And then over to Tokaido, we do have some coins that I could use for maybe a 1. Write a number in a circle to visit that location and pay or gain the resource as indicated. We're going from left to right. We can't backtrack. So I'm going to use a single coin as a 1 right here to get 2 hearts. And actually, really, I have a pair. I could use 2 hearts, but I don't have the pumpkins to reactivate anything. So that is a turn, a pretty good first turn. A 5 and a 3. 5 and a 3. Well, in Gugong, I don't want to pay the resource. I'd rather gain the heart. So I'm going to use a 1 right here in Gugong to gain a heart. And then I have a 5 and a 3 to use as well. I lean towards the higher number in Crusaders. So let's put the 3 down here. 2 coins is a great benefit. Oh, yeah. Then the thing with Tokaido is I'm going to try to write all 6 different numbers, 1 through 6 at some point. That gives me 2 stars. And if I visit 8+ locations, I also get 2 stars. Let's use the 5 over here in Crusader. So I get a heart. And then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I want to throw a question out to you all. We are debating which longer show to watch at night while we're waiting for some other shows to catch up, like Monarch, waiting for Survivor. And some of the ones that we're looking at, let's see, at my dinner shows. Monarch. Oh, Paradise. We are probably going to try Paradise Season 2. Are any of you watching Paradise Season 2? And we just started Traders, so we might watch a little bit of Traders. There's also Steel. I like heist shows. Steel on Prime. And then I was debating watching 11/22/63. If any of you watched that one, it's a little older, involves a little bit of time travel. It's based on a Stephen King novel. Would any of you recommend that one? Let me know what you're watching if you have a longer show right now that you're watching, not like a half-hour comedy. All right, turn 3. A 2 and a 3. Well, I like that 2 here in Gugong. So let's put the Gugong right there. Use that 2. This is a new pen. I think one of the textures on these cards is throwing off this pen a little bit because this is a new pen. It's already acting weird. Here's a pumpkin. I think it might be this card. I think these all have special coatings on them. Garrett says, I would not recommend the show, but the book is one of my all-time favorites. The show really did not do the book justice, unfortunately. So that's 11/22/63. That's too bad, Garrett. But I appreciate the heads up. That'll save us some time. I guess the steel and the pit are the other ones on there if we want to jump around a little bit. Yeah, I'll move that one down. There's also DTF St. Louis, a show based in St. Louis by someone who I don't know if they've ever actually been to St. Louis. So I'm curious to see how that show is. We have a 3. 3 gives me 2 coins, which is pretty nice. I'll use the 3. 1, 2, 3 gives me 2 coins. Taurus says there's a new show on HBO. Oh, DTF St. Louis, yeah. And Garrett mentions the pit is fantastic, but quite stressful at times. Yeah, I'm willing to try it because I've heard it's, like you said, it's really good. I don't know how I feel about being super stressed. Traders already stresses me out a little bit when I watch Traders. Tokaido. What to do in Tokaido? I can skip things in Tokaido, and I only need 8 visited locations. So, do I use a 1? You know, it's an easy 1 to get. I just don't know if I need that pumpkin specifically. If I only need 8. So I'm going to skip that pumpkin. We'll see if this gamble pays off. I'll put a 1 right here and just gain a star from Tokaido. All right. Okay. Turn 4. A 6 and a 5. I'm loving these high numbers and not liking this pen. A 6 and a 5. Probably for Crusaders again. Yeah. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gained the coin from where I started. And ideally, I'd have a 3 in Gugong. I don't know about that one. And I don't know about using 3 coins for that purpose. The 5, I haven't used the 5 in Tokaido, so I'll use a 5 right here. Spend a heart for that. Now, do I use a 3? Do I create a 3 for Gugong? Or do I copy the 6 and jump back down to 1? I kind of like that more. I'm going to copy that 6 and put the 6 right here to gain a coin. And then I'll follow up with a 1 next turn. Taurus says, have I seen The Studio? I love the show. R.I.P. to Catherine O'Hara. You know, I forgot that she was in the show. Yeah, I love The Studio. I love one-shot anything, and I'm impressed that every scene in that show is a one-shot. A 1 and a 3 here. 1 and a 3. I don't need a 1 or a 3 in Tokaido. I need different numbers over here. I like the 1 in Gugong, so I'll go with a 1 here. This pen is dying on camera in real time. I got to figure this out. This is very odd. It's one of these surfaces is throwing it off. The 3, I think I might as well use in Crusaders. 1, 2, 3, and gain 2 coins. And then Tokaido, 4 turns left. That's really all I need. I could skip it this turn and be okay. Although I could also make a 2. I need a 2 there. I'll just create a 2 and put it right here for 2 pumpkins. All right. Garrett says, have I ever gone back and watched older shows? We are rewatching Scrubs and 24 right now. You know, I have Scrubs. Do I have Scrubs? Yeah, here's Scrubs. I'm curious to get Scrubs into the rotation. Very rarely. I think I've watched rewatched Community. I've rewatched 30 Rock. I've rewatched Parks and Rec. And I've watched The Office a couple times. I've also watched Seinfeld a few times. Someday I would like to go back and watch The Office. I really, really love The Office. 5 and a 4 for turn 6, if I've counted correctly. I'd like a 2 over here in Gugong. 5, actually 5 is pretty nice. Yeah, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll gain a heart. And then the 4, I think I want to put in Tokaido right here. All I need left in Tokaido is a 6. And I think I can afford to put a 2 down here. I'll put a 2 in Gugong to gain a pumpkin. All right, turn 7. I'm just going to endure this this pen and keep on going. A 5 and a 2. Chad says he's rewatching New Girl. New Girl, yeah, I do like New Girl too. A 2 and a 5. These add up to 7, so I could use 2 coins to copy one of these. 2 and a 5. Not ideal numbers for over here. I need a 6 in Tokaido, so I could use any number over there. And then a 5, interesting. So I need to remember this. In Crusaders, can I use a 5 even though it's filled up? No, I have to start in an incomplete wedge, so I can't do that. So I'll have to start with the 2. I'll go 1, 2. I'll gain 2 hearts. And then I might actually need to gain another pen as we're talking here. So I will do that because this pen and this coding has failed me. Sorry about that. Let's get my copy out and fix it up a little bit. Here we go. Here's a fresh pen. Okay. There's that star I earned earlier. Here's that star. Where was I? I did the 2 here. I haven't used the 5, and I have a number to put over here as well. Maybe the 5? Sure. I'll put the 5 right there. Oh, look at that pen. That's so nice. Gain a coin. I'll use a coin right away over here. And actually 2 coins right there. And Tokaido. We'll do it live. Have I seen Reacher? I have not watched Reacher. It's on my list. But I don't know. Megan didn't seem all that interested in it. So, but I am intrigued by it. Do you recommend it? Do you like Reacher? The other ones on my list, let's see. Great British Bake Off. We watched a bunch of those. We just haven't watched the last 2 seasons. And then, yeah, those are the shows kind of. Oh, and also Last Samurai Standing. Heard good things about that. 6 and a 3. 6 and a 3. And maybe we can figure out which of these cards is throwing off the codings. 6 and a 3. So I can use the 6. Oh, this is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, completed Crusaders early for all 6 stars. And that started with a 6, so I gain my last coin. Can't gain any more coins than shown here. That was the 6. Oh, I actually also need that 6 over here in Tokaido. So I'm going to copy that 6 and use it in Tokaido to gain a star. So that gives me all the stars from Tokaido as well. And then the 3 is not greater than 5, but I could just pay a heart. I will use that. I'll do that. I'll pay a heart to gain another star there. Now I just need a number that's higher than 3 for the final turn. I got to have a freebie number here. Yeah, it's just going to gain some resources. So higher than a 3. There we go. 4 is higher than a 3. That's a pumpkin. I can't do anything with the extra die, so that is, we'll just make it another pumpkin. So Mark, great selection here. I'm surprised by how quickly we generated stars in this last turn. So a full 18 plus 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 19.1 for the final round. That makes what? 35. No, I don't want to do math in real time with decimals. I'll do it later. Chad says, I've heard about the Burbs show on Peacock. I love the old movie. Curious how the new show goes. I have heard of it. I haven't watched it, though. I do love a good mystery if that's part of that show. Yeah, if anyone else watching in the future or live right now has any other show recommendations, let me know. I think we're waiting for Elsbeth to come back. We enjoy that one. I think that's the one that we're waiting for to come back. And we're watching Shrinking at dinner too. But yeah, we're kind of bouncing around between a few in-progress shows right now. I'm looking at my list on my other computer here. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. This was a lot of fun as always. Game 90. Great job, Mark, choosing these realms. Oh, Garrett also recommends Stumble, similar to Officer Parks and Rec. Okay, well, I'll always take that recommendation. I will add Stumble to the list. Stumble. All right. Well, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'll be back in about a month for game 91. And let me know how you scored in the comments below. Good game to all of you. Take care. Bye.